Hey all, so for the full moon, new moon reading, my commitment was to finish up projects. One of the big projects that I needed to finish up was putting a doorknob on this door, front door. I painted it bright yellow sometime in June, and now I am working on actually getting a doorknob, which we haven't had since June, onto it, completing old projects. So before I start doing it, though, I wanted to tell you a little bit about my experience with the energy as it manifested around the full moon. The full moon time period is usually the time where the intention that you set around, or the energy that you began around the new moon, sort of kicks into fruition on a lot of levels. It starts to really appear on the surface and physicalize. And so if there are issues or problems that are underneath the surface, those tend to come to a head as well. My experience during the full moon energy and the rest of the week since then, because the full moon was last week, has been that so many things were trying to cram into one space at the same time that it felt a little constipated. And so that recommendation that came with the Placemaking 101, where I said slow down, has actually been super helpful for me. And as I slowed down and allowed myself to do one thing at a time, even if they weren't always on time, they were done sequentially and they were done one thing at a time, things started to loosen up, have space, open up and complete themselves. So there was a lot of things that I completed. They all wanted to be completed about the same time, but they had to be completed one by one. And the card that I pulled for the full moon was actually this card, which is called a time. And time is a 12 of motion, so it's a double motion card. And the thing that time is about, among other things, is how a number of things cluster together to create a context. So time, if you think about it, time is only measured in terms of space, in terms of our environment. We notice that we're moving through time because the physical aspects of our environment change to create a new context. So the sun moves, and it sets, the moon comes up, different people are in the house, we travel to another space. Time really is about movement. So that is what this card is about. It's about the movement of a number of things happening at the same time and working themselves out slowly over time. So on that note, I'm going to begin doing this. And because my brain doesn't necessarily allow me to speak coherently at the same time as I screw things in, I'm going to call it good. I'm going to be quiet for a while and then I'll end the video. I can tell you though, my 3 big rules, maybe more than 3 big rules, for doing projects like this. 4 big rules. First, read the directions first. Like really read them if there are instructions. Really sit down and read them all the way through. Don't just do it while you're going. The second thing is eat first. Never do it on an empty stomach or low blood sugar. The third thing is have a cup of tea with you or something important to drink, so it gives you a sense of calm, something warm you can hold, or even a glass of sherry if you're not using sharp objects or paint. And fourth, what is the fourth one? I can't remember the fourth one. So if I remember the fourth one, I'll let you know. So first of all, I'm going to put the screws in here. Have a cup of tea, eat, read the directions. What's the fourth one? Oh, play music or listen to a podcast. Especially if you're doing painting. It makes the world go round. Other good things to do is to actually have a buddy. Oh, this is interesting. So I can see that the screws are stripped. The hole this is going into is stripped. I don't think that's going to be a problem though. All right, so thanks a lot. Take care. Bye-bye.